Hey guys, Stephen Gilbert here with SoulWeb.org, where internet marketing meets integrity. And we've got a pretty actually interesting review today about this new course called Commission Control, which helped ex-construction worker Bill Hugall go from nothing to over $1 million generated online. So it seemed pretty interesting. So wanted to get the facts. Welcome to the show, Bill.
Thanks for having me, my man.
Awesome. I like your shirt.
Thank you. It's very nice. Let me get a close-up of that so people can see what that says right there. Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Yeah,
marketing hour right there.
Yeah, that's our podcast on iTunes if you want to take a listen. So tell me, man, what's Commission Control about? What makes it unique? Like, what's your goal here?
Okay, so Commission Control is unique in the sense that I'm putting it on, and I have I don't know that I'd say a very different twist. I have a more realistic, straightforward approach of launching information products to the marketplace.
All right. So what makes it like, what would you say, how is somebody who's never done something like this before? Like how is this any different than other launching courses? Like what'd you say makes it stand out and unique?
One very clear example of what makes it stand out is one of the things that I teach comes from my high-end coaching program about, getting people to promote it for you, which is something that I've recently found out isn't common knowledge. Anyways, that video was, I don't know how it got out at one point, but Marlon Sanders stumbled across that video and sent me $500 for that one video, not for everything else, just that one video, saying that this is the way that things should be taught to the marketplace. So I know that just that one bit of information in the video helps other people work. Now, one of the things that makes it unique is, and I know how this will sound, is I'm teaching it. I've done pretty good at teaching this particular way of doing things to people over the years. We've had some good success rates, and one of the reasons is this is what I learned how to do, this is what I know how to do, and this is what I try and get better at day in and day out.
Okay, so how much do you normally charge for this type of information?
For coaching in this type of information, the way that I kind of have this one laid out is $2,500 is minimum, and then up to $5,000.
Okay, so $2,500 to $5K, and what you've basically done, I guess, is turned your coaching into like an introductory type, or maybe not, but it's like it's everything you teach, but condensed and for basically a lower cost, I would guess, right?
It is very condensed, but I did bring over some of the things that would be an upsell. At the end of the day, I mean, for me, the reason that coaching works at such a high ticket price is that people want to work with me directly, to have me holding their hands side by side, day in, day out, those types of things. The information, to me, isn't what's coveted. Okay, when I wanted to work with someone about how to do a big ticket, I got doing webinars. I figured out how to put it all together. I wanted someone that could finally tune that, work with me, do those things. So the information I've brought over from my coaching program, a large portion of it, and I've also added for the first time ever, and you can ask all my clients, nothing less than $2,500 for a Facebook group that I've opened, and it's part of the package. And there's also a completely pitch-free, no coaching, no upsells, no nothing webinar at the end of launch. Because one of the things that I find customers have said they have a problem with, it's not believing they can do it. It's not the method or how you do it yourself, because they see so many people doing it. It's the confidence and belief that they made the right step there, or they made the right selection with their headline there. So that's what we've got the group and we've got the webinar for. And it's kind of an ongoing education thing that we're trying to do. And yeah, it's a pretty low price point, but it's time to make some changes here. I'd like to see people put out good quality products, and they're not really hard to do, but they do require they're put together in a specific way, and that they're taken care of properly.
So then this is basically just kind of for those who are wondering, I mean, who would you say it's for, right? I mean, it's for the people that want to learn how to launch products or want some sort of reliable way to make money. And what you've kind of done is condensed your coaching into a more affordable format so that you can reach and help more people. Is that the gist of it here?
That's the gist of it. I mean, this is for people who are done with, you know, there's gimmicks everywhere you look. There's a gimmick. There's a new thing, a new idea, a new concept. It hasn't been proven over time. This is something I've done day in, day out for 6 years, over and over and over and over again. That has allowed me to be home. That has allowed me to meet you in Vegas for a conference. It's allowed me to speak in Ireland. This is the stuff that I do and I focus on. And this is for people who want to build the same type of lifestyle from the comfort of their own home. It's not someone who's looking to get rich tomorrow because it doesn't work. This is for new, intermediate, advanced marketers who want to create a sustainable long-term business that you can hang your hat on and hopefully leave your job with.
Cool. All right. So I'm just going to put everyone. What makes, well, we kind of already asked that. Is there any investment they need for this? Like, other than the course, like what kind of costs are we looking at?
On the bottom of the page on the sales page in the Q&A, it says, "What if I have no money?" Honestly, if you don't have any money, or $20 here, $20 there scares you, then it's not going to be for you. There's very few sustainable businesses that you can get started for like $60, $70. But yeah, there's some money to put in. Now you can also take it as high as you want, but I'd say a good amount of money to have is $60 to $100, and you should be able to bootstrap your way through it. But yeah, you know, you can also go up. You know what we've spent on some launches in the past. There's big chunks of money you can spend if that's what you want. But if you're looking to bootstrap it, get a business going, I'd say $60 to $100. You could be all right with that.
Yeah, I mean, I was the same way. I always grew my costs really slowly, you know, and even now they're at probably closer to 1,000 right now. But when I first started, man, they were like 10 to 20. I mean, I had $10 for hosting. I did everything else myself. Yeah, I mean,
$5 logo from Fiverr.
Yeah, I mean,
no revisions.
Yeah, you can do it super cheap for sure, which is interesting because there's not many businesses or industries you can get involved in for super affordable. All right. I don't know. Tell us a story. Tell us about your story, like how you, where you're coming from, right? So what kind of, you know, life you had, and then what kind of brought you into internet marketing, and then now after that, talk about, I guess, how much you've made so far, how it's changed your life. I mean, just tell me about it, because this is an interesting product, right? I'm not used to promoting something like this, so I mean, let's hear, you know, let's hear it.
Okay, so back in the day I got started, I was pretty much like everyone that types in the magical code on Google, how do you make money online? I was working as a construction worker. I owned my own company. It was fairly successful. End of the day, though, the recession hit, and we lost pretty much everything. And then our car was stolen just shortly after that. So we actually lost everything. We didn't have a car for a while, but like lost everything, traveled with the construction, did everything that I could. And I just wanted more. And at the end of the day, I really just wanted to be able to wake up when I wanted to. I still wake up early, but I didn't want to wake up to an alarm because I had to get up, or because I had to go give somebody my day and trade my life for dollars. So I just started looking online, and I got started with the $14 products, doing reviews probably, I don't know, 6-7 years ago now. And then I finally learned about launching. So I was building my list with paid traffic and doing these reviews, and actually my conversions back then were just insane. But I moved into product launching because I wanted to teach people how to do this. And we've gone through different things, different ordeals. But like, if I could do it, if I could crack the code to get some traffic and start selling things and give reviews, I figured I'd teach people how to do that. So I showed them how to do it, walked them through my site, and it ballooned from there. And next was a coaching program and an affiliate marketing program, and everything just kind of went into a natural groove. And then my coaching really took off to a point that I was actually not really launching very much and just coaching. But for me, that's like, once you start getting a taste, and you know there's other people out there, you know, your family, your friends, the people you used to work with are like, how are you doing what you're doing? There just becomes this desire where you want to give back, and you want to keep going, and you want to keep doing things. And commission control came out because I see a lot of the products out there, and it's not that they're bad products. I wanted to give something that I think has a bit of a scary connotation to people, and portray it or come across in my own way that I know has been fairly successful. Because I mean, if we're not helping out or we're not giving back, we're not really doing justice to everything that we know, in my opinion. Right.
Okay. How much were you making as a construction worker, and how much do you make now? It sounds like you've had kind of a journey, like just as you started out as an affiliate, then you became a vendor, and now you're a consultant, and now you're kind of taking what you've been teaching in the consulting world that people pay you a lot of money for, and now you kind of going back to the vendor and now showing everyone, like, look, here's how you can go from start to finish and end up with a sustainable business. So it's such an interesting concept.
Okay, so with construction, when my business was peaking, I was probably making about $60 an hour, working every single day, long hours, getting guys going, building tools, constantly paying for that grind, and it was a little bit of a pain in the ass. I think our best month was like $12,000 that we've done. And now, I mean, my income, I'm one of those marketers who's going to tell you it's hit or miss based on how much work I'm actually doing. But the average is about $10,000 a month is what I make. You can make more, you can make less. But I think you and I have had some public conversations about the fact that I didn't get in this to do the grind and hustle for like every single day of the week and work really hard. So I take some advantage of the life that I have and the time with my wife and kids. But I mean, you can ramp it up and go with it to whatever level you want. In fact, many of my clients have eclipsed what I do, because for them, that's what they want to do, right? They want to go and be that super mega rich guy. And for me, I just want to, be comfortable and get by. I want more, obviously, but there's other ways in which to do it.
Yeah, I mean, money isn't everything, right?
No.
I mean, you get freedom and money, or just a lot of money when you pursue IM. It just depends on your goals. Okay, you keep talking about your course and how high quality it is. What all do they get? How much does it cost, and what do they get in the front end offer?
Okay, so for launch week, we are going to be doing this at $12 to $17 throughout launch week.
Okay.
And I'm going to look right over it and show you exactly what you get. So first and foremost is the sign up for the webinar, where at the end of launch, we're going to sit down with all the customers, and I've booked a full day. So if people are in and out throughout the day, I might need to grab a snack or whatever. We're just going to sit down and talk. I'm also going to give some more content that's kind of a step above what we actually have in the course, just for those people that feel they need more. And because sometimes when you have a Q&A and you don't say anything, it's kind of like crickets chirping. So I figure I'll get the ball rolling with some more content, and then we'll go in and we'll just spend as much time as we need to looking over talking. Next up is the Facebook group. I won't be in there 24/7, but 2 times a day I will be checking in there and answering any questions that are in there. I've also got my VA in there, so any questions that when he sees them come up, he's going to help out. So there's a lot of quality inside that Facebook group. Now the videos, first things first is module 1 is where we kind of talk about getting it right, how you're going to set yourself up, the kind of mindset that you need to have. And for me, that's one of the bigger ones where I made a post about this a while ago, is everyone finds that mindset stuff is fluff. Let's just pass over the mindset stuff. But the one thing that every single person who's doing really well has in common is that they all have a very particular mindset when it comes to doing what they're doing and achieving the results that they want. So we talk about that. I've got a goal setting PDF where we go over a few different goals that you should set. I structure how to set, let's just say, financial goals. I structure how to kind of set those so you can actually start hitting targets. Because one of the things with this marketing thing is if we don't have any targets and we get started, we're never going to end up anywhere, because we're just randomly, I want to make 20 grand this month, without any sort of concept of what that might look like or what it might take to get there. So the goals are very important. So we've put that together in module 1. Module 2, where we talk a little bit about the tools, how to find the problem to present the best solution that you possibly can, how you can build a list, and then how you can make huge commissions that actually kind of change lives. And then in module 3, this is where we go over, I show you exactly how to create a simple little PDF that you can go out and sell. I even give you a mock layout PDF. There's a draft in there for you to look at right now. It's not very good. I still have to complete that, but there's a mock PDF. So basically you just take it out, you kind of follow the steps in the PDF, and you take my stuff out and you put my stuff in. Then in module 3, we talk about the thank you page and the pages that you're going to need and how to deliver that. Now, we've also created a thank you page template. So all you do is you take what I have in there, you put it out, you put yours in, and it's done. You don't need to go out. You don't need to brand. Like, you don't need to figure out how to do stuff. Just take what we have and use it. Module 4 is where I show you how to sell really, really well on the interwebs as a copywriter without actually having to know how to do copy, which is very important. And I think this will be one of the things we talk about most in the group and on the webinar. And on top of that, I've given one of my copy templates that cost me about $600 to have created, and I've put that in there. So basically you can just go follow the layout of it, pull out the words, and just keep trying to fix it so that it matches your own copy. So it's really simple. There's not a whole bunch of learning going on in this process. And then I talk about the sales page, show you how to set that up quickly. That one I will always suggest that you would get a designer with, because there's always little tweaks and stuff that they can do that you don't. But there's also JV page, you know about that. And the people who get started always tell me that they didn't get enough JVs. And when you send somebody to a JV page and you're new, usually it's a piece of crap. It's a very, very poorly thought out thing because you don't know. So what I've done is I've taken my JV page template, loaded it in there, you just pull it up, replace my stuff with yours, and it's like simple. Copy, paste, delete. Put your own stuff in there, put your details in there, and now you have a clean, crisp, professional looking JV page that you can go out and actually talk to people with confidence about. And then we actually go over how you're going to get some affiliates to promote this for you in a way that isn't as intrusive as some of the tactics that are out there right now. And I just show you how to get the ball rolling with some new affiliates and some relationships like that. And then to cap it all off, I've added a bonus case study where over the holidays I took $200 and I turned it into $1,800, and I actually had the camera on, so I'm talking much like this, and show you the offer, the traffic, who I got my traffic from, and how we ran things.
Awesome. So summarize it for me. I guess the whole point of commission control, right, is like it's kind of almost like a business in a box. That's what it seems like to me. I mean, you've got templates, you've got the training, walking them through from the very beginning to get to where kind of you're at. I mean, is that what it is? Could you summarize it?
You know, I think that's actually a really good way to put it. When you said it, I chuckled because it's like that's the old cliche, but that's kind of what I wanted to do. We've been doing this for long enough now that I kind of know what the pitfalls are that people have and where they struggle. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to take away all the fear things that bother people, or the money restrictions, like getting a JV page. That costs money if you want a clean one. This way it doesn't. Right. So we put everything together to try and give you a business in a box and the support that you're going to need to continue to grow that moving forward.
Well, I've got some more questions, right? So what would you say to like people that are like, oh, I'm new, I don't know anything. How am I supposed to teach if I don't know anything? Like, what about the people that are going to be apprehensive? Like, what would you say to them to convince them to, listen, it's not as hard as it looks, or what?
Well, the interesting thing is that my wife has done a lot of research on the internet, as do many wives. And at some point she gets very sick of having to do the research for stuff, and will pick up a PDF. She'll pick up some videos. She'll pick something up that explains to her what it is she's looking for. And it's not super expensive stuff, but it fills her need. She doesn't have to do the research. And all that required was that someone actually took the time to go with the research that she didn't want to do and put it all into a PDF for her, and just kind of be nice enough to put a flashy little logo on it. So now she's part of the list. She gets regular update emails, and it's all because someone took that initiative to just go out there and create a PDF on something. My shoulder was one we were going to buy a PDF on, but I kind of figured out how to fix it. But there's stuff there. You know what I mean? If you're willing to do the research and you're new, and honestly, to me, picking a niche that you can get into where you can actually learn about it and profit as you go is probably better than going and looking for another new method. A lot of the people that you see that got their start in marketing, they propelled their further, they jumped the most when they started doing some regular launches, doing some regular promotions, and then they finally had some income and capital to start exploring other things. Very rarely do you find people that just walk off the street with $10 that can go out and make a ton with e-com, because there's all that testing involved. But if you're willing to do some research and put together a package that someone is going to need, then that's all that it takes. And it's proven time and time again.
Interesting. So you're saying that even if you don't know anything, you can still gather information and condense it in one place, and that adds value. Ergo, you can do this even if you aren't an expert yet, kind of thing.
Yes, and I'll take you one step further than that. If you are afraid to even do that research, I don't know if everyone remembers, there was a product called the Elite 5. Got wonderful customer feedback. Stephen, you were part of that.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to do is put 5 different methods for making quick income that was low cost for people. Now, I couldn't go out there on a sales page and tell people these were all my methods because I'm a superhero. I'd have to go and produce that. So I went and I talked to local experts and industry leaders in that particular area, and they helped me by providing the content, and the product was done. And I didn't really have to do too much on that. But it's amazing how willing people are to help, because that's it. I didn't, like, honestly, I didn't do anything for that product except make one video. And it wasn't even a super long video. So there's always a way if you want to do it. If the research and you're too worried about this and that, well, then let's work with figuring out what kind of expert you can talk to. If you're trying to lose weight and you want to get into fitness, excuse me, and perhaps you don't know, but I do talk about this, you can always just create your own brand that people follow. Hi, this is Debbie. I'm going to lose 50 pounds in the next 5 days. Follow me, and I'm going to tell you everything that I do and the people that I buy from and the supplements that I take. Okay? Thank you. Sign up below. And people follow that, because we're in the day and age where people follow other people and they look and they watch and they love enjoying other people's lives. So you can do that way, and then...
Uh-oh. We may have lost him. Uh-oh. We have 2 people watching. Hi, 2 people. Looks like we lost Bill here. Let me see if I can get him back on the call since we're live. All right, I messaged him. Let's hope we didn't have like a power outage. But yeah, guys, this looks like a business in a box kind of deal, right? So you're going to be getting pretty much. Oh, he's back. Like I said, you're going to be getting pretty much an A to Z type deal here. How many videos do they get total, Bill? Welcome.
As it sits at the moment, and remember, I don't stop putting content in until the morning of. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's still a video being edited for 8.
Okay, so you got the 8 videos, the PDF resources, a bunch of templates. It looks like you're getting a lot of stuff here. And you said it's going to cost $12. Is there going to be an early bird?
The early bird will be 12 hours for the first $12 for the first 4 hours. Okay. And then from there, we're going to start, the price will gradually go up over launch period.
Up to 17, right?
Up to 17. And then after that, I mean, it's just going to be a flat out 27 or 47. I haven't figured it out, but on midnight, it will be going up to one of those 2.
And the OTOs, they're going to be optional, I assume, because I know you're not a scumbag.
I don't think you can actually launch products in this day and age with social media being what it is. Oh. This is going to go crazy. Hold on. I'm going to mute myself. Ah.
All right, you're muted. What's going on? Alien abduction? There's a train going by? I can't even hear you. It's a train. It's a nose. Oh, yeah, there's a train coming. He lives next to a train track. What a peasant. He has to live next to a train track. Watch, it's going to be one of those manufacturing trains that has like 1,000 cars. We're going to be here for an hour.
No, it's just the horn. Every time I play video games with my buddies, they're like,
Yeah.
what the hell is that? So it's clearly pretty loud. So I figured I'd get this off. And as regards to your peasant area, you should see the pool we have access to. And I grew up in the inner city, so I like the train. My wife absolutely hates it, but hey man, I live in Vancouver.
Yeah, well, I get planes flying over my house. We live by the airport, so I'm used to it. It's almost relaxing. If I didn't hear planes for an entire day, I'd notice, you know.
I know, man. I like the train, and with the train though, you get that extra little wobble, which is nice. You just sit back and it just kind of wobbles. It's awesome.
Okay, so tell me your OTOs are optional because they better be, man.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, how can you even do that anymore? Where like you sell the front end and you have to get the OTOs.
Oh, yeah, man. People would rip you a new one.
Like you can't do it anymore. Back in the day, that was like the thing. Okay, so you got this. Now you
gotta buy this, yeah.
or you're screwed. And the worst part is you couldn't even figure out how to get your money back because of how bad it was back then. Today you get chastised. So absolutely not necessary. And as you'll learn in commission control, that's what I talk about. Is OTOs aren't meant to be that. They're meant to be complements and extra resources that are added to make it a more enjoyable purchase for people who might want those things. So don't ask me prices because I forgot to bring up the JV page.
I can look it up. I have it up. I am going to ask you. Tell me about each OTO, right? Tell me in order, and then tell me what they do, tell me what they get, and then how much it costs.
Here, let me just pull that up. I'm going to tell you so that it's not ad. I'm going to give you the exact thing.
Perfect.
I always do this with the price.
People like to know.
I'm the worst with that, though. I always forget the OTO price, and sometimes I'll like misquote it, and I don't want to do that this time. Okay. So, can you still hear me? I didn't pass out this time. All right, good. So OTO 1 is going to be a full walkthrough of a series of case studies. You're going to have a list. Once you apply what you learn in commission control, there's going to be a list in your possession. Now, how to be profitable and add value to that list is a very, very important thing of what you're going to do next. As you well know, the email marketing king, I was never, ever that good at it, but what I've learned is that there's very particular, like I wasn't Stephen Gilbert level, but I do all right.
Oh, you're kind.
So I learned that there's very specific ways to do it. So each one of these case studies is $1,000 a month if you just kind of want to run this thing out. And then there's a $10,000 a month case study, and there's $100,000, get this, $100,000 in 7 days, and how that was all laid out. So I walk you through the exact mailing process, how we've set everything up, why we did the things that we did, and yeah, it's just basically a complete walkthrough of each, kind of like an A to Z for new people getting started.
More money type package, so it sounds like.
Yeah,
it's with like case studies and videos and stuff.
Yeah, you got this. This is what we did. Okay, this is how you can go take it out and apply it.
Okay.
That's simple, and how you should do it.
What's that going to be, like 67 or something?
That's going to be, no. Come on, I'm not going to do that. We're going with 17 to 27 throughout launch week. So again, that will move up as well. Remember, the key here, no, the key here was making it affordable all the way through, right?
So they are getting a lot. It's just affordable.
Yeah, that's the point, right? They're getting a ton. The value's there. The education is there. The whole point, though, is to keep this affordable for people so everyone has a chance.
It's 3 like case studies and over-the-shoulder videos basically on how to make more money and have everything set up after launch so that you can have a sustainable business and you're not stuck in this pattern of launching all the time.
Yes, which actually, even if you watch the case study in the main front end offer, you're going to see how like you can completely bypass the launching scene altogether.
And that starts off at 17 and goes to 27?
17 to 27.
All right, tell me about OTO2.
OTO2 is proven to convert 30-day sequence for you done in your autoresponder. So we take the highest converting offers, the emails and the sequences that we put together, and then we send them in. So all you got to do is apply for the link, plug it in, drive traffic the way we show you, and you should be profitable.
So what? It's 30 affiliate emails that they just plug in?
No, it's not 30 emails. It's like throughout the week, the way we have it, and I'd have to check exactly, the way we have it is about 5 emails, 3 to 5 emails per promo for each one, give or take whatever I did for that particular promo. And then next week you'll have another one and another one and another one.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's basically done for you offers they'll be able to promote. They just put their link in and paste.
Yeah, it's basically, if you're not, because because you're so good at it, you might have been like good at it all the time, but I sucked and I did not really know how to write emails.
There's a lot of reverse engineering and there's a little bit of art to it and a little bit of sales, but a little bit of really just kind of trying to help people. That's what I found works best. How much is that going to cost?
That's between $27 and $47 throughout launch week.
Okay. Is there going to be an OTO 3 or is that it?
That's it.
Perfect. So 2 OTOs. The first one's the case studies to make more money. The second one is the done for you promotions and offers. That's cool. All right. Last question. Do you have any words of wisdom or any kind of advice that you'd want to give? You know, what's it take to go from being basically a wage slave to being completely free? You know, what's it take? You know, you mentioned something about personality that these successful people all have in common. Tell me.
It's going to be the most unexciting answer ever, but it's also the most true. Just make a decision to do it, to stay with it, and keep positive and keep at it and keep trying. I mean, I don't know about everything else in the world, but with this in particular, it's been set up for you to be able to have contact with me. And a lot of the times that when I was struggling and I was really thinking about getting rich overnight and being rich tomorrow, I wasn't thinking about how I could build in structure for the future and how I could leverage the people that offered to help me and take advantage.
He's gone. The key message, guys, is what it always boils down to persistence, right? Pick something, do it, don't stop, you'll be successful. Some people, they can do it in a month. Some people, it takes more months. For me, I worked 6 months, 80 hours a week until I finally figured it out. But the key word is persistence. And even if you only have an hour a day, dedicate that hour a day to one thing and do it. So, all right, guys, Commission Control, complete business in a box. It's going to teach you how to do launching the correct way, the ethical way, the right way. It's got the OTOs with additional case studies and the done for you sequence. It's 8 videos, a bunch of templates for you to just use so you don't have to pay people and you can save money. And it's going to be $12 launching March 10th at 10 a.m. Eastern. It's actually a really good course. So if you want to learn how to launch, even if you don't know anything you can teach, there's still ways he's going to show you to add value, such as doing interviews or gathering information. So you can really do this no matter your skill level. So if you'd like to pick it up, it's going to be $12, March 10th, 10 a.m. Eastern. And you'll also get the bonuses, which will be listed below this video on my blog. So for those of you watching live, don't forget to check it out over the blog because I'll have my bonuses there. And yeah, that's it. So be here March 10th. And if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. All right. Bye-bye.